gonna say? Joe Gardner. I did it. I got the gig.
Black ass don't. Boy, Disney and Pixar, the first time you put a black man in your movie and you kill him.
Yeah, that's the main character, at least. Yeah.
The gig.
That sounded painful.
That's a big drop, too. That took a while.
Kind of sue his head. Let's move on to something that is actually uplifting here.
Nice.
Unless Corona decides to take this from us, too. Unless this is another movie that's going to get delayed.
No.
You want to take this one, too, Corona? Go ahead. I don't care anymore. But I do want to see Soul. Soul is the latest film from Pixar that's about to come out. Mm-hmm. It's about a black man that dies when he ain't looking where the hell he's going.
That's how it starts, apparently.
Boy, Pixar, y'all wrong for that. You got a movie featuring your first black man, and you kill his ass in one of these cartoon ass ways. He's falls to a manhole.
That's some Looney Tunes shit.
That's some Looney Tunes shit. That's a y'all made his ass. What you say? Got that goofy screen right there? Yeah. And watch where he's going. And y'all know. And y'all wrong for this because y'all know black people get on phones and don't know what they doing. Don't watch where they going.
It's accurate then.
It's accurate then. Y'all, boy, they studied black people closely for this.
That's the first time ever, right?
They said black people don't look where the hell they going when they on the phone. After he gets killed and falls to the manhole, or the other way around, actually. After he falls to the manhole and dies.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he did.
You think life would be over, but it's not. It is not. He actually is a spirit. Well, he's actually dead, but he says, I have so much more to live for. Man, I just got into a groovy new jazz band, cat. You gonna take this away from me now? He said, you know what the hell with all these rules of the afterlife? I'm breaking out this bitch. And I'm gonna get my life back. I got way too much to live for. Let's go ahead and take a look at this trailer.
I teach middle school band. Got it, go for it. Today started out as the best day of
She playing You Got a Friend in Me?
I think she was.
I mean, she's so bad I could tell her. She sound like Randy Newman dying. You got a friend.
One more love than me.
Woohoo! You know what that's gonna say? Joe Gardner. I did it. I got the gig.
Black ass don't. Boy, Disney and Pixar, the first time you put a black man in your movie and you kill him.
Yeah, that's the main character, at least. Yeah.
The gig.
That sounded painful.
That's a big drop, too. That took a while.
Kind of sue his head.
It's the great before. This is where new souls get their personalities, quirks, and interests before they go to Earth.
To be pedophiles and porn stars and rapists.
That's what happens, man. You get some messed up ones along the way. It happens.
Yeah.
Wow, look how many there are. There's going to be a few that are a little messed up.
I know. They just make it look so happy. Before they go to Earth to live their lives, before, some of them become junkies and die before the age of 25 and have to return here to repeat it all over again.
It's cyclical.
Yeah, ain't it? Like, I'm just looking at that. I'm just sad. Like, half y'all ain't going to be happy with this.
No smell, no taste.
Or touch. See?
Okay.
Bitch, if you don't stop doing that shit,
Disrespectful.
hit me one more goddamn time, you hear?
What are we waiting for?
Wait, not me!
I'm so happy with this.
Yeah, I'm happy too, man.
I have never seen so many black people in a Pixar movie. People are like, you sure this isn't an episode of The Proud Family? Are you sure this is Pixar? You sure this is Proud Family with updated graphics? This is what. No, and I have to mention this. I have to make this a talking point, man. Pixar. How long has Pixar been around? Decades, man.
Yeah, probably
decades.
25 years.
Pixar had talking cars and talking toys before they had a black person in their movie as a feature.
Yeah, main character.
As a main,
The lead.
As the lead. It's almost like black people are the imaginary characters in Pixar world.
They did imaginary friends.
Yeah.
Did the personalities in your head. Yeah, we'll get to the black people eventually. Gotta have Hispanics first. Hold on.
We get them and then you...
I did it. I got the gig.
That was
Yeah, that's it. Now you had your moment.
All
Yeah.
right, okay. You settle down now. Good. Paint them blue.
There, people. You had your black lead. There you go, right there. Now get your ass to the back.
Nice little short.
Back to the black ground with you.
Oh, that should be a thing.
It is a thing.
Pixar.
Pixar has been, it's been a thing for 29 years. Diversity is a very important thing to mention here. I mean, because yes, it's taken a long time for Pixar to do this, but with Disney and Pixar, the thing you usually envision when you think about their movies, even though some of them have been modernized now with their stories and whatnot,
of course,
you picture a fairy tale land or the suburbs or, some area that might even be, it might even be somewhat urban, but it's always populated by white characters.
Yeah.
Either it's fully populated by white characters or there's some little dots in the back.
Little brown in
little
there.
brown, little specks of brown.
The black ground, as you call it.
In the black. I like the way you threw yourself into the black ground. cheeks almost hit me. Black. But I think, and I want to get your opinion on this, man.
Sure.
I think it's cool that we are getting more diversity. I know people, they hate that word today, man. Oh, you're so woke. Oh, we all
go broke.
Go broke. Right. Why it always got to be about diversity, man? Why is everybody complaining about all this, man? You enjoyed the movies when there weren't black people and brown people in them. What's wrong now? Well, it is important for people to be seen. You don't understand, man. That's why Black Panther was so big when it came out, because people, do you realize what people take for granted, black people had never seen like that before?
That's why it was so successful.
Yeah.
It's like, well, for the first time, I'm seeing myself as a superhero, and it made so much money because people are hungry for that.
Yeah.
Much like probably they're hungry for this.
And now I'm seeing myself as a Pixar character in the lead, but it's
well, not you, Martin Thomas.
I'm
sorry, man. I mean, the head needs to be a little rounder, but that is him. Okay? The glasses, the mustache, the fedora. He owns a sweater like that. I've seen it at least one time.
Yeah, man. You know what? If we just take some Photoshop and put some what do you call it?
When it's flamingo
paisley.
shirts. Yes,
no,
paisley.
put some paisley on that sweater, man.
Vest,
Yeah.
Could be him.
It's like somebody fused Martin and myself together.
Yes, it's one organism.
Martin and I fused together and became this.
Your Brundlefly.
Yeah, we got into the same teleportation pod together. Like it's Martin got my head, but he kept everything else.
Yes, that's right. Got your skull.
Yeah, he got my peanut head, but everything else is his. Jesus Christ! It's almost like those. It's almost like those Snapchat or Facebook filters where what happened if you mix me with Martin? Get this fool right
there's a combination. You make beautiful kids, man. I'll tell you that right now.
But nah, man. But besides the diversity, which I want to see very much, so I want everybody to be able to see their moment in this kind of entertainment. But bringing all these different cultures to Pixar and Disney just adds a whole new level of artistry. And I said that before. If you look and see what they did with something like Coco, we've seen great artistry from Pixar, but we've never seen it done this way.
You gotta stay with me,
From a visual level, they're bringing something new to this. And
exploring Hispanic culture, too.
Yeah.
Mexican culture.
Yeah, it's cool to see what a Pixar version or a Disney version of Harlem would be like.
Never seen it.
It really gets to my heart to see them do this.
No, and that's great. Listen, I mean, for someone like myself, I mean, I'm just not used to seeing this in animated films, and so seeing this for the first time, it's like, oh, it's something different. And to me, that's incredibly refreshing, especially because, the movie itself is going to be exploring black culture, but also the music scene and jazz.
If you've noticed, it's not just here, though. There is a trend now, and I'm very happy with animation studios saying, all right, we realize that all these CG family films are starting to look alike.
Yes.
All of them are starting to kind of take on the same character design.
Yes.
And we need to kind of figure out our own individual styles, the thing that make this CG animated movie unique. I noticed that with Into the Spider-Verse. I noticed that with this trailer that just came out recently that we talked about last week.
Don't make me go.
We used to be so connected.
Hey, Dad, smile.
You know, you could experience things a whole lot better without that camera.
Dad, this is how I experience things.
I don't think...
They're taking the 3D models and giving them like these these painted looks, these 2D effects around them.
Yeah, it's a weird combination of things. It looks stop motion, but I know it's not stop motion. It's animation design we're just not used to seeing, except in the end of the Spider-Verse.
Yeah. I see studios actually going out and trying to get their own unique style on their movies, and I think that's
Smart.
really it is smart. It is very smart, man. And and I noticed it with this. They're starting to do the same thing with this right here. I'm looking at some of the things that they're doing. If you look at the trailer, especially near the end, or in some sequences, you can tell that there's like a CG spin on it, but
2D.
But it looks like it's 2D.
Yeah, the musical note people.
Yeah, you got this right here where they're messing with 2D. Now you could tell that that's 3D animation right there.
Yeah.
But if you get to near the end of the trailer, not only does it take on a 2D animation look, which is 3D right here. But if you look at that, not only is it taking on that look, but it's also using a retro style.
Yeah.
That I love that graphic imagery from like the 50s.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Where they had a lot of flat graphic style line art. I love that kind of stuff, man. And you can see them doing it with combining it even with 2D and 3D, like Jamie Foxx's character who plays the main character here in Soul. You can see like his glasses have a 2D kind of style to
You're
them.
right. Yeah.
With the stories that Pixar is doing lately, they've been doing some great things, man. But those great things also have me a little bit worried.
Okay.
What I like about some of Pixar's latest movies is they are really telling character-driven stories without following the hero versus villain model.
Yeah.
That's one of the things I really loved about
These are
Inside Out.
memories.
That's right.
Inside Out was something that was, excuse me, that was not there was no villain in there.
There wasn't.
Like I said, the only villain is probably her.
girl.
The girl.
Acting like a brat.
Her mind was killing characters and
Yeah,
all
she
kind of
was.
things. She was trying to kill the characters that were trying to help her.
Yeah, but she didn't know.
But there was no traditional villain in
You're
there.
right. You're right.
Even with something like the latest movie that we've seen, which I don't know how you felt about, I should ask you, but even with this, it doesn't really follow that model until the end.
We only have 24 hours to bring the rest of him back.
What you see happening is you're getting a quest film.
Yes.
All these, this is literally a quest film in the traditional sense that you're dealing with, these fairy tale creatures. But
Gotta save somebody.
Inside Out is a quest movie.
Yeah.
We going from point A to point B to just get to this point and solve this problem. That model is starting to kind of be
Wear
used
thin.
now, and I think that's the one thing that got me worried about this movie. This looks like cool. Maybe I don't know. They might have a villain in here that we're not showing
Yeah,
yet.
they're not showing him.
I kind of like that we're not seeing the villain now. If they do have one, and if they don't, that's great.
It's
which
death.
means that we're gonna it's death itself. Yeah, it looks like that's the
threat.
A lot of things that they know that the threat and the hurdle is not always a villain. There's always some obstacle that's just trying to keeping you from getting to this goal.
Yeah.
It doesn't always have to be a personification of something.
Exactly. Because I see a lot of Inside Out in this movie and its DNA, which I don't mind because I thought they did a great job of personifying what your emotions would be in your head, how they operate, just your brain, how you feel. It's like they put a lot of thought into that, and not only like the teenage girl, but her mother, her father, a dog, a cat, like all of that, the teenage boys, like that stuff was really effective.
Yeah.
And so I want to see how Pixar can handle something like that with the afterlife or life or death. How does a soul become a soul? How does a soul once it leaves its the mortal coil? Where does it go? Like these are interesting questions, and I want to see Pixar's interpretation of these things.
It's one of
That's
things-
the thing I'm excited about.
Yeah, it's one of the things that made Beetlejuice so fun.
Yeah.
Their interpretation of the afterlife.
Yeah, it's you're waiting in an office line for your ticket number to be called. It was a clever idea.
Yeah, no, it was, man. We see something going on here where I think they might be modulating her voice, making her seem like kind of a
Younger.
young girl following this more adult male character around. Which again, if we're gonna follow something else that did that, we've seen it before.
true.
What's the last thing you remember seeing it in?
I mean, I've just have Last of Us in the brains. I know it's not a good comparison.
Wreck-It
but-
Ralph.
Oh, sure. Yeah. In terms of animated films.
Where they took what's her name?
Sarah Silverman.
Sarah Silverman and
They made her voice. Yeah. You're right.
modulated her voice and
And also Disney.
yeah, it's also Disney, so it's we're
I
seeing
got you.
It's just that these themes are repeating themselves, and I just hope that now we're not recycling those things.
That's a fair criticism. Yeah, I get it. But I'm just hoping that maybe the concept and their exploration of this world will maybe supersede that, or maybe distract enough where I know it's like, okay, I can kind of let that slide.
Yeah, if you make it, look, if they make it a very great character-driven story that's even made better because of this world that they've created for them to inhabit, and not only for them to explore, but for us to explore too.
Yep.
Without slapping the shit out of us like this chick was doing right now. Then that's great. Yeah. I love that this character is a jazz artist.
Yeah.
Which is funny because this character is a jazz artist. And you know, every time I think of jazz, I immediately think of 9 Inch Nails, man. You know? Yeah. I say this because the who's doing the music, Trent Reznor.
Oh.
You got Trent Reznor doing the music for a movie about a cartoon black man in I think in Harlem.
Listen to a lot of jazz, man. That's what he was doing.
Yeah, I guess, yeah. I like black people. Black people are awesome.
I watched them. I did my research.
Yeah. Yeah, Trent Reznor is finally, he's reached Danny Elfman status. Because Trent Reznor, I saw Trent Reznor when he was looking like Marilyn Manson and shit. I saw 9 Inch Nails in concert.
Oh, okay.
When he was looking like that.
Yeah.
You know, for Trent Reznor, they've all had some hint of sort of like this almost electric music kind of undercurrent.
Well, I can see
electronic music undercurrent.
Right.
Like, I don't think that you're going to hear that in this movie right here. I think, you know, Trent, this is great because this is a point where we're going to see an evolution of Trent Reznor that we hadn't seen really before. You know, at least I don't remember any scores that he's done where they were that different.
With jazz,
especially with jazz.
I mean, I just the score that always stands out in my mind that he did was The Social Network. And I love that score. I think it's kind of underrated.
Social Network and Gone Girl. Gone Girl is a great score.
And but I can kind of see that maybe being incorporated into the soul world, the afterlife that they're creating. Because I don't know, I think because we don't know how you're going to interpret it. Maybe it's like a machine type thing that creates them, or there's a lot of different things I think can be incorporated that. But you also have this other side, the more when people are alive on the earth, it'll be the more jazz stuff that comes in. Maybe a combination.
I want to know if he's actually going to be producing some of the jazz music that we see in here. Or here he's going to be scoring some of the jazz music because I can hear it. You're right. For the most, as you say,
like this.
Like
I can see like a machine type noise. Like, hey, just go, keep moving. It's like an escalator and a little. I don't know, something about it.
Yeah,
the visuals, I can see it.
Yeah, unworldly type of music.
Yes, that's it.
Yeah, people, we'll see how this works out.
If it's out.
Very much looking forward to it. This is one of the. I put this at the. I think this was at number 2 on one of my most anticipated movies of 2020.
Yeah, it's up there for me too.
Yeah, if you had it on a list, what would it be?
That'd be my top 5.
Top 5?
Yeah. It's funny because Pixar does this thing now where they put out 2 movies a year, and there's always the one I'm like, I just don't care about this one.
Yeah.
But this is the one I'm excited for. I think that they're banking on this one.
Yeah. No,
it looks different. That's what's exciting.
It really
about
does. Oh shit!
Unless Corona gets him.
Corona got him.
Yeah.
He's in a sewer. He got Corona, man. He's swimming in shit right now.
Patient 0.
Yeah.